Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question from Maha Bodhi. Now, as you can see over here, this seems to be a very complicated question, okay, but fret not, because my approach is this, is that you always want to find out whatever you can first, especially when it comes to a measurement question, okay. So as you can see over here, let's start. The figure below shows two quarter circle and a rectangle, so you have to know which is the two quarter circle. So this is the first big quarter circle. All right, you might want to sketch it out. And of course, we can see that the smaller one is whatever that is over here. The smaller one is whatever that is over here in yellow color. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is write down all of the measurements. We know that the green quarter circle, the big quarter circle, has a radius of 14. So therefore, whatever that is over here has to be 7. Why? Because the whole thing has to be 14 as well. Okay, so once you have this, okay, what you want to do next is, of course, you also want to say that the small quarter circle has a radius of 7 on this side as well. Okay, so now what you can do first, all right, even if you say I can't solve the question, at least find out the area of the quarter circle. So you write down area of the small quarter circle. All right, so we simply do 1 over 4 pi r squared. Okay, so we simply do 1 over 4 times 22 over 7 times 7 to the power of 2. Okay, and with that, I will get to 38.5 centimeters square. What I want to do is I want to quickly write in that this is 38.5 centimeters square. Okay, now, when you're done with this, you can also find the area of the big quarter circle. All right, area of the, big quarter circle. All right, we simply have to do 1 over 4 pi r squared as well. All right, when I do that, I do 1 over 4 times 22 over 7 times 14 to the power of 2. Okay, we will get to an answer of 154 centimeters square. Okay, so that is the big quarter circle. Okay, so once you're done with that, all right, I would like to draw something over here, which I think will make a lot of sense, because you see, I want you to cast your eyes on this small quarter circle being 38.5, all right? Now, if this is 38.5, right, what I can do is I can draw another quarter circle over here, and this quarter circle that I've drawn is actually identical to this quarter circle. Why? Because they share the same radius. So what I can say is that this is also equals to 38.5. Okay, so to make things simple for you, right? Okay, we are going to label this B. Okay, and then we are going to label this A. All right, so A and B is separated. And of course, if you continue to read on, you realize that they are asking us to find the difference between the two shaded parts, X and Y. So which is X? This is definitely X, and this is definitely Y. Okay, so now with that in mind, right, what I can see here is this, okay, is that I can actually find out what is X and A. All right, I can find out what is X and A. Now, why is that so? Because if you can see that this green color quarter circle, which is the big quarter circle, if I were to minus away this, okay, let me just cross it out now. And if I were to minus away this, isn't it true that I will get to X and A? So we write down X and A is actually equals to the big quarter circle, which is equals to 154, minus away 38.5 times 2. When I have that, I'll get to an answer of 77 centimeter square. Okay, now I have X and A. The next thing I want to do is I can also find out what is Y and A, right? How do I go about that? So you can follow my cursor again. This is the area of the rectangle. Can you imagine if I were to use the area of the rectangle minus away this quadrant? All right, I have xed it out again. I'm going to x it again so that you're able to see which one am I going to minus. I will get to Y and A. So what I want to do now is I want to find the area of the rectangle. So you find the area of the rectangle. And this is pretty straightforward. It's 14 times 7. We get to an answer of 98 centimeters square. Okay, so this is the area of the rectangle. What am I going to do? I'm going to remove away B, all right, so that I can find out Y and A. Okay, so I will write down Y and A will then be the area of the rectangle, which is equals to 98, minus away 38.5, okay, and I'll get to 59.5. All right, 59.5. Now, the question wants us to find the difference. Now, whenever that happens, right, what I like to do is, okay, of course, we know that X is bigger than Y. All right. Now, what I see is this. I can see equation 1 and I can see equation 2. And what I can see is also that A is repeated. So this reminds me of this concept called repeated identity, right? Whereby when something is the same, you can remove them. Okay, I believe this is something that you always hear from me. When something is the same, you can remove them. So what are we going to do? We are going to write out first X and A is equals to 77 centimeters squared. And Y and A is actually equals to 59.5 centimeters squared. So what you can see over here is that A and A is the same. So if A and A is the same, cancel them out. All right, so what is the next thing you can do? You can do X minus Y. All right, so X minus Y is simply 77 minus 59.5, okay, and you will get to an answer of 17.5 centimeters square. All right, and this 17.5 centimeters square is actually the difference. How do I know that? Because I did X minus Y, right? Do you remember that difference is always minus, isn't it? Right, so therefore, all right, for this question, my answer has to be 17.5 centimeters square. Okay, so I hope this video provides you the clarity that you need. Bye.